Welcome back to Primetime News and a special welcome to viewers on onespotmedia.com. A reminder that you can watch TVJ live by downloading our One Spot Media app in the Google Play Store or the App Store. That's the number 1 followed by the words Spot Media. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is insisting that he's still open to discussions on how to shape the National Identification and Registration Act, which was recently passed by both houses of Parliament. Under this system, each citizen will be provided with a 9-digit National Identification Number NIN, which they will have from birth. Addressing party supporters at the JLP's 74th Annual Conference at the National Arena this afternoon, Mr. Holness declared that he was interested in having further dialogue on the measure before it is implemented. TVJ's Vashon Brown begins our coverage of today's conference.
The JLP leader and Prime Minister Andrew Holness, as he addressed concerns about the National Identification System NIDs. Mr. Holness again touting the benefits of the system, saying it will make it easier for people to do business as well as improve citizen security. But there's still concern about the lack of information about the system.
And I'm not going to shy away from reasoning. Last week I met with a group of church representatives and we had an excellent discussion about the NIDs. I am going to make myself available to all the churches in Jamaica who would like to meet with me. I am going to do a road show to go and sit down and reason with every single person who I can who wants to hear about the NIDs.
The regulations, Mr. Holness points out, will determine the operation of the ID system. He says those regulations are still not yet ready, so he's still open to discussions about NIDs. Then there was the crime issue. So far this year, more than 1,400 persons have been murdered. Mr. Holness argues that the zones of special operations in Mount Salem in St. James and Denham Town in West Kingston have been successful. The Prime Minister says zones of special operations will be implemented in 18 other communities responsible for the bulk of the violence on the island. He notes, however, that the process will take time. The government also wants to make changes to the law to help with crime fighting.
If you commit a murder and you are arrested and charged, you should not get bail to go back out on the road to kill again, which is what we're seeing happening. And I believe the Parliament should pass that, and the people who call for justice in Jamaica should support that, because that is justice for all Jamaicans. You arrest a man and you find him with a gun. Him shouldn't get bail until him this close to you where him get that gun and who bring in that gun and where him get the gun from. That is justice.
The Prime Minister also announced that the government will be setting aside money to pay the legal cost for policemen charged by the Independent Commission of Investigations INDECOM. Rank-and-file members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force have been urging the government to provide the assistance. Mr. Holness also adds that the police force has been heavily criticized. So bad is the criticism, the Prime Minister says it's affecting the morale of the force.
I believe that sometimes INDECOM goes too far and places our police officers on the retreat. I think a balance has to be struck. We need our policemen to be motivated. We need our policemen to feel that they are protected to fight crime and not being exposed.
At the same time, Mr. Holness maintains that INDECOM has a major role to play as it ensures that the rights of citizens are not abused by members of the security forces. Vashon Brown, TVJ News.